Welcome to everyone that wasn't here last term and completed the Eclipses PowerPoint. This tutorial will basically be running through the Eclipses lesson that you missed out on, and there'll be certain activities and things to write down as you go along. If you do choose to watch this video, please go to the lesson in Daymap where you'll find it attached to the lesson plan. The intention of this tutorial is that you will understand and be able to look at the relative positions of the Earth, Moon and Sun during a lunar and solar eclipse. The key language for this tutorial are the following: umbra, which is the shadow of Earth while in an eclipse, and the image down the bottom of your screen on the right hand side can show you where the umbra is. The penumbra is the lit area around the shadow of a planet or a moon during an eclipse. And again, the image down the right hand side will obviously show you where the penumbra is. A partial eclipse is an eclipse of the sun in which the moon does not completely hide the solar surface. And we'll talk more about what a partial and total eclipse is later in the lesson. This leaves a total eclipse being an eclipse in which the whole of the sun or moon is obscured. If you are needing more time now to stop the video and continue writing the key language into your book, please pause the video. At various times within the orbits of the moon and the sun and the earth, this causes all three bodies to eventually line up. And there we can see where eclipses arise. Firstly, the moon then blocks sunlight from reaching the earth, and this is what's known as a solar eclipse. Or the earth blocks sunlight from reaching the moon, and this is what's known as a lunar eclipse. If you need to pause the video now to write the notes in red, please do so. So looking at more in depth of a lunar eclipse, it's during when the Earth blocks light from reaching the moon. Firstly, it passes through the penumbra, causing a partial lunar eclipse. It then moves through the umbra, forming a total lunar eclipse. And this is when we cannot obviously see the moon. On the other hand, if we look at a solar eclipse, this occurs when the light from the sun is blocked by the moon, and then it casts a shadow over the Earth. Solar eclipses can be complete in the umbra when the shadow is fully in the dark, or as a partial eclipse in the penumbra when the shadow is less than dense and only partially completes a shadow across the Earth. Alright, so after taking those notes, I've now got a digital interactive activity on eclipses that I'm wanting you to do. So from the following, you'll need to open your Daymap and look at the attached lesson plan for Monday of Term 4, Week 1. You'll then find the Earth and Space Student Digital Activities resource and type in the class pin number CTPMOY and click on the resource 6.4. I'll show you now how to do this. If we open up our Daymap in day plan form, you can see that all of the subjects that you have are over on the left hand side. You'll need to click on the Year 7 Science one, and you'll find there that there will be some different attachments to the lesson plan for both Monday of Week 1 Term 4 and also Thursday Week 1 Term 4. You'll need to find the student learning path for Scoodle and click onto that. Once you've clicked onto the Scoodle link, you'll see there are a number of different resources attached in the Year 7 Science folder. You'll need to scroll all the way down to the bottom of that to find Earth and Space Student Digital Activities resource. You'll click on the View Resource button, and then that will come up with Earth and Space and a whole number of different resources. We're looking at part 6 in particular, predictable phenomena. 6.4 is the resource that we're aiming to use specifically, so you need to go ahead and then click on that. Once you get into the resource, you'll see that there is a finger with an arrow coming out of it. You need to then click onto that, and that will take you specifically into the resource that we are looking for. It should say welcome to the Eclipses, and then you can press start and get obviously into the Eclipses resource. From here, you'll need to make sure that you are playing the different sets of things that need to be played, including our little views of the South Pole view and other different views of what happens when the moon rotates around the Earth and how the Earth also rotates around the Sun. With this, you'll see that there is a number of different paragraphs up here, and you'll need to make sure that you read them carefully before pressing next. Eventually, if we skip through them quite quickly, you'll find at the end of each section are different questions, and you will have to make sure that you've read properly and chosen the right question the right answer relating to that question. So this means that for those people who were not here of the last Friday of last term on Thursday, you will need to complete the tutorial with notes included and the specific digital activity, and make sure that you show Mr. Shield on Thursday of week 1, term 4. Thank you for listening, enjoy, and I'll see you all for a fantastic term that I'm looking forward to teaching you.